Hey, Welsh Dragon Metals here. Today I will be pouring pure tin ring ingots. There's the mould that I will be pouring it into. And there's the tin. Shiny, shiny tin. It's pure, as you can see. And there's the gas that I will be using. I have two just in case, and I will be using the last of my matte gas. Not sure how this will turn out because I've never poured into this mould before, but we'll find out. I'll be working these rings at a later time. Do have the toolings for that. Kind of dark and wintry today. Should be sprues upon this also at the top. Can you keep this mold? Wasn't hot enough anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Some of this material into it. Bit of a spillage on the side. That picture, So we're going to need all of that. Quite a large chunk. Melt all some of that. Okay, let that cool now. Shouldn't take long with that steel mould. There's a little bit of spillage around the side. Nothing too major there. Seems to be some smoky coming from somewhere, not sure where. There's the spillage. Quite neat looking spillage. a second. And there's what's left. Not sure if that'll be enough for a slab, as this mould actually also makes flat slabs for making band rings and such. These are for making normal rings though. A glove, since it'll probably be quite hot. We'll also get something to quench that in. Cold water. Quite hot this mould, so I'm going to be using a thick glove. Generally don't use gloves when pouring, as I need to feel the heat. And that's quite difficult with a really thick glove on, designed for bigger furnaces. Mold doesn't want to open. Ah, there we go. So they all look, except one, that one there, looks like there's a little mark within it, and it's not connected at the top. So let's have a little investigation of them. This is the first time I poured these ring ingots. Some material at the bottom, but that just looks like sprue. I could sand that off. First one's lovely, second one's good condition. The last one looks awesome, very thick. This one, however, has some slight marking by here, and is not connected at the top. Look at that, at the top of the sprue. Well, that's actually probably not so much of an issue, since I will be breaking these sprues off anyway any minute. So the ring mold works fantastically. Neat tool. Get them out of there. How am I going to do that? Will they just break out? Indeed they will. Look at that. Oop, that's gone. Oh, it's quite weighty. It's also quite cool. Damn it, falling down. Dusty. Oh. A lot of that sprue is actually coming off at the bottom. I'll put that aside for now. Wow, that one's lovely. And the last one, the thinnest one, that'll probably make the nicest ring. And that screwed up looking one with the top that's not quite on properly, which I can't seem to release. Give it a little whack. Now, got a feeling that's why the sprues are necessary. See if I can pluck it over there with this. Some leverage. Yep. Cool. That'll actually be quite serviceable. We'll probably just make a shorter sort of ring. Well, that was quite interesting. Not what I expected. Just take these sprues off now. Tin is quite soft metal. It shouldn't take too much effort. Even with this thick foam on. Sorry about that. There we go. Desprued, and there's the sprue section. It actually comes off really neat because of the angle of these clippers. And there's one ingot. These would actually make nice tin ingots as it goes. probably even stamp that across this length. May or may not sell some of these in the future for your own jewellery making works once I've poured a good dozen more or so, and I've got a little bit better at pouring and gauging these, since I can usually pour tin by eyeball and weight, but this is the first time I've ever used this contraption. So, see the sprues there? You know, while they fit and with clippers, and it comes straight off like that. Perfect little ring ingot bar. It's actually really nice. Still got quite a bit of material here left. Sprue's all gone. I'm going to remelt all that down into something else. Probably a slab. So there's the ring ingots. Wow, they sound very tinny. Very nice. They will all tidy up nicely. Check Instagram and Twitter. I will also tidy these up a little bit. Even though that one was a little bit short, as you can see, it's still quite serviceable. So there should be time now for me to flip the mold. That's hot. Not too hot, but still want to use a glove, as I will be pouring a slab section, which is for band rings and such. Off the centre. There we go. Now keep sliding. It's also incredibly hot on this side. That over here. So flip that. So there seems to be quite a bit of tin. See how that's going to an angle? I'm going to need to do it a bit closer to the bottom edge, maybe. Closer to the bottom, full stop. Yeah, seems to be good. No, that's lost its position again. Do want to pour a slab ingot though, so that would be quite interesting. Try and find the sweet spot on this, where this goes. A bit slower, maybe. No, keeps pushing off centre. Why are you doing that? Anything stuck in it? No. I think it's because it's extremely hot still. At least 90 degrees, something like that, just below boiling point. No, it keeps going off centre. I'm going to try it towards the very end. Ah, you've got to put it on the very end, look. A little bit of sunlight. No, still a tiny bit off centre there, damn it. It's leaning up. Well, that should be tight enough. Anyway, so let's put these ring ingots, sections and sprues back into the mould with that chunk that was unmelted, and pour that slab. I was only going to pour the ring ingots in this video, but I was hoping there would be enough for a slab, and there should be, so angle that up a little bit, better view of my melt. using matte gas, my favourite gas. Mainly because it doesn't smell as much as propane, it's hotter, and it doesn't give you as much of a headache if you accidentally manage to breathe something. It's better, but slightly more expensive gas. Tin particles jumping around there. Just a minute. Good. That's close. Just enough to make that slab. Just give it some heat. That's all that's left on from the blob. Look at that. Almost really perfect on the ratio of metal that I would need to make that. Actually thought I wouldn't have enough, or there would be just a little bit too less. But that's perfect. Just undoing the vice grip thing. The U-clamp, I guess you'd call that. So there's the slab. Seems to be some markings across it. Don't like that. But let's have a little look, nonetheless. I could probably use that for other things. Look at that there. See that? Slight deformation. I don't like that. So I will probably re-pour that. But you can see in the bottom section what it would look like. Across here. Be quite nice indeed. And a very nice thinness. That would probably make a lovely nameplate. But it's actually for making band rings. But I will probably sell these also once I put some better ones. It's actually really thin. That's really cool. So we will be pouring these and selling more. And I'll probably sell sets of these ring ingots also. These I will be working into rings at a later time, because I have the ring forming tools in order to work them. Quite nice, I agree. Got a bit more pouring than expected thanks to this thing. Very shiny, but I will rework that more. Check my Instagram and Twitter to see the results of all this, and I will post some more better pictures also on my Twitter. So, see you then.